Psalm 8 is entitled, For the Director of Music, a Psalm of David, according to Gittith. I am a director of music, and I have never heard of Gittith. It is considered a term of music in reference to the land of Gath, where David traveled during the persecution of Saul. Historians think it refers to music accompanied by a stringed instrument native to Gath, either a type of harp or maybe lute. It is said that the Bible contains very little humor, but it does have much to say about the importance of genuine joy in the life of each believer. Such is the case with Psalm 8. Pastor and author Robert Morgan wrote about a time when he was recovering from a bout of depression. He recalls listening to our first hymn, Joyful, Joyful, We Adore Thee, and its healing powers. Melt the clouds of sin and sadness, drive the dark of doubt away. Every phrase is bursting with exuberance. The Lord is our wellspring of the joy of living, our ocean depth of happy rest. This hymn truly lifts us to the joy divine. The text of this hymn was written by Henry Van Dyke, a Presbyterian pastor from New York. He was invited to preach at Williams College in Massachusetts, where he stayed at the home of the college president. Each morning, he awoke to a beautiful view of the Berkshire Mountains, inspiring verses of the hymn. He gave the manuscript to the president and said, "Here is a hymn for you. It must be sung to the music of Beethoven's Hymn of Joy." This tune comes out of the final movement of Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. Although he never wrote a tune specifically for a hymn text, a number have been adapted from his many famous works. Amazingly, Beethoven was completely deaf when he wrote this symphony, and at the conclusion of its first performance, the soloists had to turn Ludwig around so he could see the standing ovation. When Van Dyke was later asked about this hymn, he replied, "These verses are simple expressions of common Christian feelings and desires. A hymn that may be sung together by people who know the thought of the age and are not afraid that any truth of science will destroy their religion, or that any revolution on earth will overthrow the kingdom of heaven. Therefore, these are hymns of truth and hope." Here is our choir with another joyful musical offering.